Well, in the last year, I've published 4 books of poems: Love Lines, and Harvest, and then The Ocean's Well, and Self-Portrait. And the local paper has been wonderful in writing about these things, and some of the poetry readings I've had at the library. And I love Long Branch, I really do. I love the ocean. And I've lived here since I moved. I can't, for the first 5 years, I didn't know what Broadway was. I just come here and live by the ocean. And about 4 years ago, I wrote an inaugural poem for Mayor Snyder in Long Branch, and then we did the same this year, where he was reelected for the 7th time, and then he and the council appointed me Poet Laureate of Long Branch, which to me is the greatest accomplishment I can possibly. Everything is local, so the local award is an immense honor for me. I wasn't what a baby to begin with. I grew up in Sicily, at the south end of Sicily, and there was a huge river, the Emanuel River, and we used to swim there all the time. And then we would go to the Mediterranean. I grew up in a one-room house along with my mother, my 2 older sisters, and my brother. It was really small. And then one day it became a 2-room house because they had a partition. My younger sister got married, and the husband moved in. So for a while we had, oh my God, 6 people there. My father worked in the local mine, which was the center of the job-making world in my hometown. And his job was to put dynamite sticks on the cement walls, huge mountains, and blow the stuff up, and then the workers would cut them into the right pieces. And they also made cement. And I think it's still working, as far as I know. And but he also was a healer. He had a natural gift to help animals get better, get healthy, and he made not money, but he would barter with the local farmers. If he healed your horse, they would give him 20 eggs, a couple of chickens, that kind of thing. So we never went. He was a very hard worker. We never went hungry, any of us. And he died too young, at the age of 38, in a mining accident. A poet becomes a poet out of deep loneliness. And when I came to America, I was alone. For the first 2 years especially. I wanted to go back. I didn't. But being alone, I would take long walks, and these words and images would come into my head, and I started putting them down. But remember, I read all the time, in particular science fiction and fantasy. And that helped a great deal. And then a poem of mine was published, read on the radio. The girls at the Sleepy Hollow started paying attention to me. I'll read 3 poems from my book for children, Cartwheel to the Moon, which was published in 2003. It's a child's point of view of the 4 seasons, and many of the poems are about the ocean and the landscape of the earth as the true cathedral made by the divine powers. I like the feel of sand between my toes. It tickles. Mother washes her feet and insists I wash mine. But I like to take a bit of the ocean home. When Mother and I look at the ocean at night, we think the fishing boats, all filled with light, are cathedrals. And I'm still writing. I see no difference between my life and my poetry. If I miss one, I miss the other.